G'day everyone, Be Asian Dad here. Today we've got a special treat today, and that is we're going to do the unboxing of this Zhiyun Weebill S gimbal. Fantastic, it's finally arrived in my hands now. Now, for those who don't know me personally, I actually do a bit of video, and I actually do run around with a very old style thing called a glide cam. So that's one of these things here, and pretty much it's mechanical, and I love this thing here. And I haven't actually gone to the gimbal system. I have played with a few gimbal systems myself, and I do a bit of drone work. So DJI stuff is the brand that I know very well. I've used a lot of their products itself, but I actually don't decide to actually own DJI gimbal. I've been watching the space for a fairly long time, but this glide cam has been very trustworthy. Now, this is the Devon Graham's signature series of the glide cam. I've had it since its release, and so it's been probably about 4 years or so, and pretty much it's one of those things where it's very old style. It just uses counterweight system itself. This thing is so trustworthy. I love it. But the reason why I've actually looking at gimbal is pretty much I can't handle this with other people. It's pretty much one of those things where it's just myself, and if anyone who actually knows how to operate this thing, it is a very steep learning curve. But once you do, it's a brilliant little device here. Now, and that's one of the things about these system itself. It's also very heavy because it's all about counterweight, and we use a lot of cameras. So you got a bit of a buff arm from one arm or the other. So as you learn to use the system, you try and between the two, and it gets very tiring, especially as you add more and more gear to it, like a monitor, and you get some microphones as well too. So this is actually quite a bit of a thing. But this is fantastic because what this takes to account to these things here is the balancing of these things is so quick, especially the Devon Graham version. It pretty much, for me, to take the camera off and put it back on and then rebalance it, takes me anywhere between 5 to like 8 seconds anyway. So it's that quick on these things here. And pretty much you can just throw it around because there's no mechanic and you don't have to worry about it. So it's fantastic, and it's made of metal, so it doesn't break at all. So definitely it's what I'm actually either upgrading or replacing this Devon Graham series. So I still probably would use it for the big systems, but for more of the small gigs and other stuff here. Now, this version I've got here of the Weebill S is the image transmission version here. It did take me a while to get this one in, and pretty much we're going to do the unboxing of this one now. The other reason why I'm also looking at now, the also other reason why it's taking me this long, probably about 4 years, to actually finally get my first gimbal. Now, I've been watching it every 3 months or so, and pretty much it is just finding a system that's able to work with my cameras. I do have some bigger cameras here, which is DSLRs, you probably know, and I actually also use mirrorless there. But I do like using, and also I actually like the feel of the glide cam. Just the footage itself just feels more really nice, floaty feel to it. I was just waiting for the gimbal systems to actually mature enough finally, I think it's mature enough to finally get one, and one that actually is able to balance with some of my gear that I've got. So it's a bit of a long time waiting, and so let's get on with the actual unboxing there. So as you know from my other unboxing videos, I got to get my trusty knife here. Now let's get this thing around. Now I think it's once I need to do the trusty knife out here. Now I think pretty much get this one around, and we get this nice slit there. I'm going to move that knife over down that side here. I'm going to do this way here for you, try and help this out for you. Anyway, so I'm going to move this knife over here. I'm going to keep the knife unsheathed. All right, let's kind of see what's in this box here. So I'm actually excited to see what's actually in here. Now, I don't normally balance these cameras on these things, so I'm not going to be creating a balancing video or anything like that because I'm not an expert at this. But let's have a look at what's actually in this package here. So enough talking for me, let's open this box. Whoa. Okay, we've got a nice little bubble wrap, probably good for the ASMR videos of these bubble wraps anyway. So, whoa, okay, we've got a fair bit of stuff here. How's this one? Oh, it's actually all individually wrapped in bubble wrap, which is really nice, and they've all got very nice little boxes in between, so interesting there. And I've got one of these other boxes here, so, okay. All right, let's kind of move this away here. Okay, that's pretty much the empty box. So it's really down to these packages here. So let's kind of move to these sort of bubble wrapped here. Okay, I got more bubble wrap. Let's chuck these bubble wrap. I'll probably use it later on. bit of instructions, I think it is, for this thing here. So it's in English and Chinese, so a bit of product view and I think it's what's included. Put that aside. So that's probably the gimbal here. Now I've got a bit of packaging here. Now I am going to, sorry if it makes a bit of noise there, but let's undo the back packaging of this thing here. So this one here, I was thinking about maybe using a knife for this, but nah, let's not do it with a knife here. So, okay, let's have a look what's in here. Let's unpack all these things. Roll the bubble wrap away. Okay, let's start what we've got here. First off, we've got some cables. I can definitely see we've got some cables. So it says HDMI cable. So this one has got HDMI mini to HDMI micro and HDMI mini to HDMI. So I need the knife here. Luckily I left it unsure. So let's kind of, oh, I better not do this or I'm going to hurt myself anyway. So let's do that. So let's have a look what's in here. So some cables here. Fantastic. Let's get through this thing. So we've got one cable there. I'll just chuck down. Oh, I'll just chuck down there here. Let's go through these cables. It's nice that it comes with cables. So I have a feeling these cables is for the focus motor, because this does come with the focus motor. I'll chuck all these away here. Now let's go to the next one. Here it is. Trans, mount, servo, focus, zoom and focus controller. So this is what I was talking about, the focus controller here. Let's get this out of here. Let's kind of unbox this thing, see what's actually in here. I know probably some people will probably start on this big major thing, but I love doing the small little bits and pieces first. So it's nice to slowly work your way to the big stuff, hey? All right, let's go. Whoa, okay, we've got more. I like the packaging. I'm going to try to tell you, these packages are very nicely done. Even the stickers on these things are very, very nicely clean. So Zhiyun's, this is the very first Zhiyun product I've actually played with. I'm not, like I said, I'm normally a DJI user. So I know their products are very nice, but this is really nice packaging. It feels really premium, definitely for sure. So not one that you would say not premium at all. Now, how does this one come through? It's one of those slip cases, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. Let's slip it out. Oh, geez, it's very tight. It's not an Apple product, is it? So let's just chuck this away. Here we go. Okay, haha. Here we go. Let's go for Apple product. That hasn't got the Apple feel to it. No, the Apple ones just nicely slide. They actually make some crazy ideas of actually trying to make things slide very well for Apple's products. Anyway, so let's move this around to the other side here. Okay. So we've got some documentation for this thing here. So, and then I can see, I'm just going to unpull this up here. Okay. Some sort of railing sort of system down right here. So I can see it's got a bit of a cog system here, so that's probably and then we've got some foam right down there. I'll move it across, some silicon packs. All right, we got some fair bit of stuff right here. Okay, let's going to try and get through to this. So I know this is the focus motor directly straight away. I'm going to put that in. Some sort of rod system taking us to hold to hold use of this, and then we've got sort of, I don't know, tightening thing. We've got things to tighten this on. And then you've got more cables. I'm taking this to plug this into the actual gimbal for that. Or it could be plugging this into the camera, one of the two anyway. And then you've got another screw here for that. So I'll come back to that later. I'll learn about that stuff later anyway. So I'll just move that across to the side. Last but not last, second last here, we've got some sort of, what is this one here? It's a phone holder. So it comes with a phone holder. So it's for your iPhone. Now the other thing I want to, sorry, I'm not going to try and threaten you with this knife here. The other thing I like to say is with DJI, we've found in the past is they like to work with really nicely with iPhones and Apple products. And as you probably noticed from my other videos, I am looking to move away from Apple products. Hence why I'm actually looking at other other products that's not part of the Apple ecosystem. So I'm hoping Zhiyun actually makes very good Android software. So, okay, so what's in this one here? This is the phone holder. Wow, this is really nicely built. It's very heavy too. Now, like I said, I've used DJI stuff, and this is actually, I think this feels more premium than DJI stuff. Wow, I'm very impressed. Zhiyun, so definitely very nice. Got a nice feel to it for sure as well too. I can see there's a locking mechanism. Wow, it's and the rubber bit feels really nice too. This here beats any DJI sort of phone system or even holder that I've actually used for DJI, so that is very impressive. I'm liking this already. This is very good signal for the... All right, let's throw that away. Okay, second last one. What's this one? This is the image mount transmission. So this is for me to do, or for you, to do the remote stuff. So I suppose you can mirror your phone when you actually do this, so it's good for that. So I'm just doing the cut here, get rid of all the packaging here. I think that's fantastic. That throw that away. Okay, now I've got another little. Oh no, this one comes out. It's an unboxing of a lot of boxes, really, isn't it? So that's down there. So let's move that across. Okay, now let's how this one works. Oh, we've got another one, a little sticker here. Let's prove that, and second one here. Like I said, I'm very impressed by the stickers here. So very nice. Okay, let's try again. Very nice. It comes off very well. All right, let's move that across. Okay, more documentation. I'll read that a little later. Again, nice foam down here. So definitely. Okay, now, so what is this thing here? So let's have a look at this thing here. Okay. This must be the image transmission pack. Even this plastic that it comes with, it feels like very biodegradable. It feels like one of those very eco-friendly ones down there. It's not your typical very annoying plastic. I just want to make a note of that. So that's very impressive there. Okay, and here's the image transmission pack. It's actually a lot smaller than a lot of pictures that I can see. So that's my palm there, and I've got a very small palm. So that's pretty impressive there. Very nice. We'll come back to it a little bit later and for more of the B-roll shots anyway. Got two antennas there. And what's in here? Oh, down here, and we've got some. Oh. Okay, we've got some cables. Okay, we've got a lot of cables here. I'm going to be so lost with cables. This is amazing how much cables there are actually with this thing. So we've got another micro USB cable. We've got, what is this? This is a USB 3 to, I think that's a USB micro cable. I'm not sure what that one is. I haven't looked so. We've got a USB to micro USB, and we've got mini USB to micro USB. It's pretty much covering all your bases here. And then we've got the micro USB to USB-C. So fantastic. And then we've got another piece of other metal here, and I'm taking this as for riser or something like that. Like I said, I'm coming into this unboxing blind. So as you see, this is how, okay, we've got another little thing here, and I can see right in here is some screws and some Allen key. I'm not going to take these things out in case I do lose this. I'll probably use it for later on anyway. So that's great. Let's move this to the pack here. Now I can also see my camera is running out of battery, so I'm going to go change the battery, and we'll be back to actually look at this one here. And we're back. Sorry, I had to change the battery on the camera. I've been doing a fair bit of filming lately, and so we're now up to the final event. Yes, and that's this converter. All right, let's kind of move this across here. First off, we of course got to do this sort of slice here for this. So let's do the gimbal finally now. Again, I am very impressed by these stickers here. Oh, that holds all this together. Let's put this down here. We're going to flip these ones around. It's got a nice little handle too, if you really wanted to know, but there's actually a handle there. All right, so let's kind of get this thing out. Okay, let's move this across here. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to redo all these. Okay. Oh, nice little thing here. I'm going to move this crown here. Okay, now how I do computer boxes, I'm going to do the same thing for this so we don't break this thing on first day anyway. So I usually just tip this thing over and just slowly slide it back out, catching it as we come through if we got anything else. All right, here we go. Now, as we can see, again, more of this plastic. I like how they use this nice plastic. Like I said, you really got to feel this plastic as you come through. Because it feels really nice and it feels very eco-friendly. But of course, what I'm doing, I'm just ripping it all out. as you can probably see. Now, unlike DJI, they don't seem to make a carry case for this. But then again, I will more than likely won't be using a carry case if they give me one anyway, because I'll usually just chuck in my camera bag either way down there. So again, here we got some documentation. What's in this documentation? Bit of, documentation. Let's chuck that away. Okay, again, more of this advertising things. I'm going to chuck it down this side here. All right, so I am wondering if I've got this upside down or not. I think I have. Let's flip this around. So it's got a nice sort of, the box is really nice. It's got a nice little engraved sort of Zhiyun telling you it's nice and black and nice. So anyway, that's kind of, I'm just going to pop it up so you can see as I can do this thing here. I'm just going to bring this to a little more middle just so you guys can see better. Okay, let's pop this out here. Let's have a look. Whew. Very nice. I'm just going to pop this down here. Ooh, let's go over here. All right, here we go. Let's have a look what we've got here. Okay, first off, we've got the good old, I'm just going to take this out. I have absolutely no idea how heavy this is. Oh, it's got a bit of a weight there, but it's got a good weight. Oh, that's sliding around. How do we stop that sliding? Oh, there we go. That's a nice little lock. Nope, that's not the lock for it. That's the lock for it. Okay, so here we go. We've got the gimbal itself. It's all locked up. I know it can do a lot of the different axes lock up. I have been waiting for them to mature up, and this has got one of them anyway, so that's going to lock up. Now the other thing about Zhiyun, this particular model here, is I also want something that a gimbal that I don't need my phone to actually calibrate. Now this can be done calibrated directly on the gimbal, which is great because it's got a nice little LCD screen. So that's fantastic there, and you got a little digital thing, and it's got a bit of a nice feel to it. It's not huge, which is what I do. I'm one of those very run and gun sort of system, and I like how compact it is, and it's the reason why. So that is way more compact than that is just the head of this thing. It's crazy, isn't it? Fantastic there. Anyway, I'm going to put this down here on the side. Let's see what else is there. Okay, we've got some batteries. Huge batteries there, so definitely for the gimbal. Suppose they can now last a lot longer. That's also one of the reasons why I didn't go to gimbal system, because the Glycam, you don't need battery, you can go all day with it. But now these days, these things can go all day as well too, so that's pretty good. That's why I was waiting for. Back then it was about 2 to 3 hours for gimbal, so now that they can do it, that's great. And we've got a charger for the battery, and this runs off USB-C. Interesting there, that they've run off the USB-C. I hope they've actually got to come with an adapter for it. No, they don't. There's, maybe in here, so I can see right here. Here's some more cables. I'm going to get a lot of cables, guys. I can see a whole bunch of cables here. They're nice short though. I do like that. I might even use this cables for my other gear stuff, because that's quite useful. Let's see what kind of cables we've got here now. Okay. Oh my god, that's a lot of cables. I'm going to chuck this things here. I'm going to just count the cables, because I've got 1 cable, 2 cable, 3 cable, 4 cable, 5 cable, and pretty much those cables, from what I can see, are replicating those cables there, which I did earlier. So you got a whole bunch of USB-Cs, HDMIs, and USB minis, and I'm just going to chuck it all one go. Have a look. Let me do this. Whoa, cables. Plenty of cables, love it. Cables galore anyway. All right, here we go. Oh, this thing is something I am very interested in. That is what we call a camera riser. Now, and this is a bit of a complaint I've had for a long time, especially for mirrorless cameras with big lenses that you actually have. That is that lenses, if you put it on these Glycams or any sort of big video cameras, let's have a look. I've just got one here. Tripod, man-made tripods for videos. If you put it on the plate itself for these small cameras, you'll find the actual lens barrel will hit the let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just trying to find one of these plates here. Oh, here we go. I might as well find this plate here. So, and that there, well, is the plate for the camera. So I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do. I don't have my camera here because I'm just using a camera and I haven't brought my DSLR at the moment. But pretty much you've got the camera sitting here, and then you've got the barrel here. And pretty much if you try and put the camera and you've got a big lens that has a big barrel lens, that will start scraping or won't actually fit correctly. So I've actually did a DIY to create a riser for the camera so I can get them off these plates here, which is great. And this here is a camera riser. So this actually goes on top of here, and what it does is it rises the camera above so you can fit the bigger lenses so it doesn't actually start hitting the plate. Finally, finally a brand that actually has a riser. I'm going to put this to very good use because I've got a DIY one. I'm going to use this one a lot more because I have to actually take the whole entire system out and change the battery, which means I've got to fiddle with setup with this sort of system here. It's got a nice sort of flat sort of profile. Fantastic. That for me is worth probably $300 or $400. That is fantastic. I love this. People are just gonna laugh at what I love. Screw that. I love this. That is king for things. Anyway, let's continue on. And then we've got this sort of tripod system here, which is, I think you glue on, which is great. And this is one of the other things I love these days, is that now these gimbals can stand themselves. Back then when you had the Rowan and Rowan S, you've got to have special stands for that, whereas I just stand itself, which is great. The glide cam, it's the reason why I didn't get a glide cam system for a while. All right, let's kind of move this all away first. Okay, let's try and tuck. So this supposedly now can screw onto this right here. Nice. That is still very compact. I like it. It's not that heavy neither, so I'm not going to unplug this because I'm going to balance this properly, learn how to balance it. I'm coming into this video blind anyway, but that is great. And how this sits in, fantastic. How's that for a gimbal system? That's not very large there. I'm going to check my glide cam here. That, because this is currently set up for my mirrorless anyway, so if it was my DSLR, this is probably even longer just to get more things, because I don't try to put more weight on this because it's just too heavy if you're holding a period of time. That is about half the height of my glide cam. Whew, pretty sweet. As for actual weight-wise, that is... Oh, my glide cam's still way heavier than that. That is probably about 2/3 of this glide cam without anything up. That's pretty sweet. I'm liking this weight here. It's fantastic. And definitely the build quality. It's got a nice little bit of a leather sort of feel. Probably I'm taking it as fake leather, I'm not sure, vinyl sort of thing. For the front, so it's got very good grip in there. I can definitely feel that. That's just great here. The other thing I actually want this one to fuse for is because I can actually do a lot of low ones here. And suppose, like I said, I've been waiting for this for a while because I have been waiting for one that's able to take the bigger cameras and sort of system that can do it. So I'm just screwing this thing there. So this is great that I can actually just hold the camera like this and do low mode and stuff like that. Yeah. Fantastic, love it. Great stuff. I'm enjoying this a lot for sure. So definitely very good. Love it. Great stuff. Anyway, like I said, I'm not really going to do how-to video for this stuff because I am new to it, and I'm probably not going to do a balancing video for this because there are a lot of people who's doing balancing video. I'm just doing the unboxing of this video, and I'm just going to learn how to use the system itself. So definitely this has very exceeded just the quality of even the boxing and packaging and just cables. Oh my god, a lot of cables. Fantastic, I love it. Anyway, I shouldn't be complaining about cables. The more cables you give me, the better, because at least I don't have to go out and purchase more cables. So these is extremely well priced, and for the quality, I'm loving it. I'll probably be a fan of Zhiyun for a very long time because I've touched a lot of DJI and they got great stuff, but I've been having some issues with a lot of some of their products. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Zhiyun's fantastic. Now, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. It's not my usual video. I do usually do computer tips and computer reviews. So this is out of the blue. I do a bit of photography section, so this is one of those special videos anyway. So if you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you haven't done it already, subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner. I do try to upload a new video every Tuesdays and Fridays. And just remember, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. I'll see you next video. Cables galore!